What is up, YouTube? I am your host of Unstuffed, Paul S. Stuffy Esquire. No, I'm not a real Esquire, but I am the real Paul Stuffy. So I'm here to take a deeper dive into today's wrist watch check. That is the Yema Superman Heritage 41mm. So I've unboxed it for you guys. I've mentioned it in every video pretty much since I bought it. It's all I've been wearing. And I haven't really ever taken a deeper dive. So on this channel, if you're new, thank you, welcome. I also am into vintage things. So even though this is new, it's got a very vintage feel. So I want to throw on some vintage accessories. So this sport coat, and I'll never be 3 popped collars cool, but I like popping the collar once in a while. Got a kind of an Italian looking vintage fine sport coat. It's very Varvato-esque, so I paired it with a John Varvatos purple. And the reason I went with purple is even though the Heritage Superman is blue, I've had many comments when I post on Instagram. A lovely young lady the other day said, "Oh, I like your purple watch." So in certain lights, it does look purple. I also picked this scarf. No, it's not cashmere. Once again, Jay Googles outdid me. Ordered a couple cashmeres. But this scarf is French, and so is the Yema. The Yema is French designed, assembled, Swiss movement, of course. And hey, I like fashion, I like watches, I like fragrance. So if you like those things, stay tuned. I'm going to roll credits, switch camera angles, and let's deep dive into the Yema. Stay tuned. 3, 2, 1. Okay, fans, we are back. We switched angles, and let's get into the deeper dive. Let's start with the proper title. Yeah, I'm mostly off the cuff, so I actually made some notes. So the actual title is the Yema Superman Heritage Blue. Model number on the website was YSUP2018B-GMS. Okay, let's bring it in for a closer look. Okay, fans, so my initial reaction is I thought it was a little big, but now that I've been wearing it, I don't think 41 is too big. It was a tough debate. I think 40 is the perfect sweet spot. The watch I was wearing almost daily was the Rolex Daytona. It was an early 90s Daytona, so it would have had actually a zenith movement. Rolex wasn't doing in-house chronographs yet. So I went from a 40mm to a 41. Now, as Jay Googles has pointed out to me, the lug-to-lug really plays. So again, this is a 41mm, but my lug-to-lug is a 49.5. So that's this measurement from lug-to-lug. So right there on the side, 49.5. And then from crown to the other side is 41 as well. Height is it's pretty tall, but you can see that awesome vintage looking, which gives you awesome light play, and one of the reasons why I think you get those purple hues sometimes. That is a sapphire crystal, domed, very vintage. So Yema did have a contract with the Air Force, French, so this is a watch they used to make. So it's not really vintage, it is brand new, but it is based off of a vintage movement they used to make. So this is a Swiss Solida SW 200, 26 ruby jewels. Does have that nice engraved case back. Oh, I'm already getting a little scratches on there, but that'll lightly polish up. I mean, I haven't really worn it too much. This is the factory dive strap. So it does have Yema logo on the clasp. It does have a signed crown. So 26 ruby jewels, 28,800 beats, 38-hour power reserve. Now this is interesting, and again, something Jay Goebbels was like, "Are you sure?" The bezel is sapphire, so it's a scratch-resistant sapphire material over the bezel, whereas most watches advertise ceramic. So I've got a sapphire crystal, sapphire bezel. This is unique, and I'm not a professional diver, so actually this is going to go into one of my dislike buckets, the locking crown, because I love the sound of being able to click so you got to loosen the crown in order to be able to adjust your bezel. And I do like playing with the bezel action, so I guess it doesn't matter one way or the other, but I don't care that you have to, it's not a plus for me that I have to unscrew the crown to change the bezel. I like that, playing with the bezel. So the locking mechanism, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but I could go without it. So I did get a 2-year warranty on it. What else can I say about it? They call it shovel hands, the design of their hands. It does have super luminova. Man, I'm hoping we're getting some great picture on the colors change. I hope you're seeing that purple almost color change to blue. It's very beautiful out in the sun. My God, I always put still shots in my intro with the song. So yeah, engraved case back. They do have a quartz version, but of course this is mechanical, automatic, mechanical, date complication. 990 feet of water resistant, made in France. I thought this was really nice, leather travel case. I showed this in the unboxing, little French flag. I'm actually going to go to the jeweler, put it on the strap on the bracelet. So I have the factory bracelet. I believe these are solid end links. So solid end links, factory bracelet, and I bought the dive. My friends and fans know I like leather straps and rubber straps better. Not big on bracelets, but I'm going to put it on the bracelet because Jay Goebbels and I are going to switch watches for a week. He's going to try out my Yema. I'm going to try out his new Christopher Ward, which we just posted a first impression video. So I'm going to put it on the strap so it's a little bit more comparable. Sorry, strap. I'm going to put it on the bracelet so it's a little more comparable. So we'll both have it on bracelet. They're similar price points. They're both Swiss movements. His is British. Mine's French. Both with Swiss movements. So it does have polished center links. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. They're a little smudged. Those aren't scratches. I've never worn this past the unboxing. But yeah, nice leather travel case. Great for one watch. Taking it traveling, so you could wear one watch, toss one watch in here for traveling. It's great little perk that they gave with that. And of course in the video I realized I was kind of far back, so I was wearing Ray-Bans. And I put magazines in my videos on the tray because the silver trays can be quite reflective. So this is actually a local jeweler, Edmund T. Ahee. I think they just go by Ahee now. This was their Christmas gift guide. I was disappointed there was no watches in their gift guide. It was almost all jewelry. And I love that they are a Patek Philippe, probably saying that wrong, Patek Philippe authorized dealer. So that's an absolute grail watch. It's one of the Holy Trinity. I would love to own a Patek Philippe. A Patek Philippe. That would be an ultimate dream watch. I don't know if I'll ever achieve it, but I would love to own one. So what are my thoughts? I love the watch. I wear it every day. I love the rubber strap, the dive strap. I've jumped in the lake with it. The bracelet, I'm going to try that out, see how I like it. I haven't worn it yet on the bracelet. I'm not a big bracelet fan. Downside, yeah, I wish it was 40 millimeter. That's the sweet spot. It does have 20 millimeter between the lugs, so very common strap. And one of the reasons why I didn't go with the 39, this also is available in 39, is because it was only a 19 millimeter, which is a little harder to find straps. Because I do love switching the straps often. I probably will get a NATO for this as well. I love the comfort and feel of a NATO strap. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have a lot of negatives. I love the watch. Not a big fan of the locking. That's my only negative, and I would have liked it in an even 40 millimeter. But I got to learn that lug to lug also plays too on how a watch wears, and then of course height. Now this one, like I said, is 13 millimeter height, and that's forgivable because of that large domed sapphire, which again gives it that cool color change variation. So yeah, little fireside in-depth look at my Yema. Well, I hope you enjoy, fans. I'm going to try to do more in-depth looks. Stay tuned, where like I said, Jay Googles and I are going to switch Swiss watches and see how they feel. Also, kind of my collecting philosophy was I only needed one of each category, right? I guess I'm a check every boxes kind of guy. I thought I only needed one dive watch, one chronograph, one dress watch, and then I want to get to my grail of each category, one everyday watch, one beater watch. But after seeing that Christopher Ward, there's definitely room for more than one dive watch. I don't dive anyway. Like I said, I jump into the lake with this watch. I jump into the pool. I don't think I will ever see 990 feet in my lifetime. So I am going more by fashion. So I definitely have room for another dive watch. Yeah, I think we're getting a lot of purple right now in the dark. I think it's definitely more inside you get that purple. When I'm out in the sun, it's blue as can be. So I think it's so cool that you almost get two colors with this watch, like an indoor and an outdoor look. Especially standing by the water, doing a wristwatch check by the lake. It looks very blue in the sun. And then indoors, having a cocktail, doing a wristwatch check, it's coming off more purple. So, man, I'm French myself. So I was partial to getting this because it was French. The Christopher Ward didn't have the watches I wanted. It was in the running, so this watch was up against a Zodiac Super Seawolf, a Christopher Ward. I was debating against this. There was another more independent. So this isn't quite an independent. It's a European brand. It's a heritage brand. But it's just not big over here. I don't know of any authorized dealers. Now, one thing I also learned, I'm new to this. I've always loved watches, but I'm new to collecting and talking about them. So you do have additional tariffs when buying from overseas. So you pay once to the company, and then the shipping agent contacts you, and it hits customs, and you got to pay a little bit of taxes. I want to say it was $80-$90 for the taxes on this, tariffs, whatever you call it, when it came in. And I had to fill out a little form. I had to get the information from Yema, like what specs, where the value is. I had to put a value on the movement, on the bracelet, on the strap, extra strap, kind of break down the cost and value of each item. So let me see if I can polish that back a little bit. It's bugging me how it's looking scratched up in the video. Yeah, I might have to take my Cape Cod cloth to that already. Kind of just lightly try to take out those little light scratches. But yeah, overall, love the watch. Can't wait to enjoy it for years to come. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.